disorder, or have abruptly stopped drinking alcohol or taking benzodiazepines, barbiturates, or anti-seizure medicine. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Don't take if you're allergic to dextromethorphan, bupropion, or any of the ingredients in Auvelity. Don't take with MAOIs. High blood pressure, manic episodes, serious eye problems, and dizziness can occur. Report all medicines you take to avoid a life-threatening condition. Don't take Auvelity if you are or may become pregnant. Side effects can include dizziness, headache, diarrhea, feeling sleepy, dry mouth, sexual function problems, and excessive sweating. Ask your provider about Auvelity.
Go with Auvelity.
When you've been hurt in an accident, you need more than just a lawyer. You need Larry H. Parker. For over 50 years, we've been fighting for people like you. Call Larry H. Parker today at 800-333-0000. We'll fight for you.
This is Kcal News Mornings.
Good morning. Today is finally Friday, October 3rd. I'm Christine Lazar in for Chris Holmstrom.
And I'm Kalina Estrinos, and we do want to begin with that breaking news. You can hear it, you can see it. This huge explosion and fire rocks a refinery in El Segundo, and this morning the dangerous firefight continues. I want you to take a look at the view right now from Kcal, and you can see that we've been told that the fire is contained. However, firefighters that are still putting out those flames there, and you can see it there. Not out just yet, but we're continuing to watch it for you throughout the morning.
And this Chevron facility covers 1,000 acres, bordered by El Segundo Boulevard on the north, Rosecrans on the south, and Sepulveda and Vista Del Mar on the east and the west. We have live team coverage. We start with meteorologist Amber Lee to tell us what the fire is doing to our air. Rick Montanez will look at the impact on our community. And actually, we're going to begin with Tina Tell with the latest on that fire.
Good morning. Well, as you said, the city of El Segundo is posting that the fire is contained and there is no threat to the public. But when you look down the street from our vantage point, you can see that there is still a very active firefight going on inside the refinery. I want to take a closer look from Kcal so you can see what's going on right now. It looks like there are a couple of ladder trucks on either side of that part of the refinery where the fire is happening. Those firefighters from those aerial units continuing to shoot water at the fire from a distance, and that's basically what they've been doing all night. They have to be cautious since we're talking about hazardous material that's burning. A former Chevron employee told us last night that they have to let some of this fuel just burn off and just really concentrate on making sure that it doesn't spread. Now, it's still not clear what sparked this fire, but take a look at video taken just after 9 last night. Witnesses say it sounded like there was some sort of explosion that then led to the massive fire. This Chevron facility is the largest producing oil refinery on the West Coast. They process more than 276,000 barrels of crude per day. So there is a concern anytime there's a fire, but Chevron does have its own fire department backed by city and county crews, and they tell us they were able to respond immediately, confine the fire to one part of the refinery. Here's what El Segundo's mayor told us when we talked to him over the phone last night.
So our inspectors are there to assist in any way. We do have various fence line monitors around the areas near the refinery. So that's how we're able to check the air quality levels nearby and see sort of what's happening.
And that was actually somebody from the AQMD talking about how they are also monitoring the situation. Now, this is what Chevron sent us, their statement overnight. All refinery personnel and contractors have been accounted for, and there are no injuries. No evacuation orders for area residents have been put in place by emergency response agencies monitoring the incident, and no exceedances have been detected by the facility's fence line monitoring system. As we come back out here live, again, still a very active firefight, but right now what we're being told is there is no threat to the public. For more on how people have been impacted, though, let's check in with Rick Montanez on Rick. I mean, a lot of people are seeing this and they are concerned this morning.
Yeah, Tina, you know, it's got to be unsettling for the witnesses who saw all of this chaos last night to see that flames are still burning this morning. So Tina is on the south side of the refinery. We are on the east side here on PCH, and you can see those flames from our vantage point here from the shopping center that is across the street. We are right near Plaza El Segundo, if you're familiar with the area, and so you could see these flames burning. It was considerably more dramatic of an image last night. Let's show you cell phone video. You can see this first clip shot by someone in their car, and the flames were massive. From a distance, it appeared like buildings or other stores may be on fire. So difficult for a lot of people to really understand what was burning at first. Lots of confusion by witnesses initially. Some people tell us that they are used to seeing controlled flames coming from the refinery, but nothing to this extent. This is clearly something that was out of control and dangerous. People told us they self-evacuated, unsure what was burning or whether it would spread. And one man said that he couldn't really tell how far the fire was at first because the flames were just so big.
We just saw huge flames just like go in the distance. It looked super close at first, but then we searched it up, and then we saw it was all the way in Manhattan Beach. So it was like a refinery fire or something like that, but it looked like it just started like whoosh. And so that's when we dropped everything.
I saw like just like fire, and I was like, guys, like, what is going on over there? Like, that is so scary. We haven't seen a fire like that, like so close to us ever.
And that large, so certainly quite a frightening night for people who saw all of this unfold last night. The good news I can tell you this morning from where we are, we're not smelling any smoke or anything like that. But of course they have the air quality officials, as Tina was talking about, keeping an eye on things. And certainly this was just a sight to see for a lot of people. They'll be curious to know exactly what caused all of this, and we'll stay on top of this. And then, of course, we will hear more from other witnesses this morning who saw this happen last night, trying to figure out what was going on in the chaos. Live in El Segundo, Rick Montanez, Kcal News.
Yeah, Rick, thank you. A lot of families live in that area, and they always say this is their fear. So. We will keep on this story, and that fire could cause air quality issues in the surrounding areas. But officials say as of early this morning, sensors have not indicated any serious problems. However, they also warn that that could change as the smoke settles. We'll have more on this ahead at 6:30, but first we want to check in with Amber Lee with your next weather forecast. And Amber, I had to put on those windshield wipers this morning.
Amber, thank you. And even though we're seeing that drizzle, I'm guessing it's not going to really cause a huge impact on the roadways this morning. I do, though, have a crash in Riverside, northbound 215 at the 6091. That right lane is blocked off. It's a 22-minute delay from Eucalyptus over to that split. But as we zoom out, you'll see the rest of the IE looks pretty good. 210, 10, and 60, not too bad. The 10 into and out of Palm Springs looks great. San Bernardino, you look wide open. Your drive into and out of Norco looks good as well. I do have a camera, though, on the 91 freeway heading westbound. You can see the brake lights building. You can almost always count on the 91 to slow down at some point in some capacity. From Tyler to the 241, that's a 29-minute ride. Here's LA. We have red popping up this morning, and I still have the transition road closed on the 710 north at the 91. No major backup there. And I'll have more on this crash in Linwood coming up in just a bit. We do, though, have more breaking news. This time, a deadly crash in North Hollywood. This is over in Van Owen Street near Colfax Avenue. People were trapped in the car after it crashed into parked vehicles. Paramedics say one person died at the scene. 3 others were taken to the hospital. Happening today, disgraced hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs will be back in court in just an hour. His sentencing will begin. He was convicted of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. CBS New York's Elijah Westbrook is in Midtown Manhattan with more on what we can expect today.
Good morning. Well, it's decision day for Sean Diddy Combs right here in Lower Manhattan. I can tell you that even at this early hour, we are seeing not only members of the media, but the public lining up, of course, expecting to get a seat inside the federal courthouse there behind me. And around 10 a.m. is when Combs will learn his fate. So here is what we know at this time. Prosecutors are asking for Combs to be behind bars for more than 11 years, while his lawyers are requesting just 14 months. Prosecutors said Combs orchestrated a criminal enterprise and forced women into sex with escorts. His lawyers argued the encounters were all consensual. Now, in July, a jury found Combs guilty on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution linked to 2 ex-girlfriends, Cassie Ventura and another woman who testified as Jane. Combs was acquitted on the major charges of sex trafficking and racketeering, avoiding the possibility of life in prison. Now, we know victim impact letters are also on the table today. In fact, singer Cassie Ventura, who testified against Diddy, told the court she fears for her safety if he's released too soon. Combs himself has written to the judge that he apologizes for the hurt and pain that he caused others and takes full responsibility. Sentencing here starts at 10 a.m. and it's a last-ditch effort in a case that has captured international attention. That is the latest at this time from Lower Manhattan. Elijah Westbrook, CBS News.
And ahead at 7 o'clock right here on Kcal News Mornings, we will speak with a legal expert to dive into what we can expect today in court. We are now into day 3 of the federal government shutdown, and this morning there's still no end in sight.
Here's a live look at Capitol Hill, where today the Senate will hold another round of votes to try to reopen the government. Republicans insist the only way forward is to pass the House's short-term spending bill. But Democrats won't drop their demands that the bill include federal health care subsidies and protections for Medicaid.
If we can just find a few more Democrats to join us, we can end this shutdown.
We are ready, we are willing, we are able to sit down with anyone, anytime, any place.
If votes in the Senate fail again today, then the shutdown is likely to last through the weekend. The Senate Majority Leader says he won't keep lawmakers in session, giving them time to go home and think it over and then return Monday to work towards a spending bill. Time right now, 6:10. It is the day Swifties have been waiting for.